self-dominion. Say self-dominion. You know that Paul says that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of self-dominion. Say, I have the spirit of self-dominion. The governor was frightened because if Paul spoke of righteousness, he must have mentioned Romans chapter 4, verse 6. You want to look at that? Go to the following book, Romans 4:6. Why was he frightened? Look at what verse 6 says of the book of Romans. Those that don't have a Bible, share it with your neighbor beside you or hear me out. And David speaks likewise of the blessedness of the man to whom God credits righteousness apart from what? Works. Righteousness apart from what? Works. Does Moses offer righteousness apart from works? No. He says, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. He that does it pays for it. And if you fail, you liquidate it. So now Paul says that David in the scriptures prophesied that there was a covenant in which God declares you righteous without a single work. Say, without any work. Say, I am the righteousness of God. He was frightened. He was frightened. And this is impossible. We're speaking 2,000 years ago. Today I speak of that and people are frightened 2,000 years after. No, brother, if you fall and misbehave, don't get dressed, you're going to hell. So then you're not righteous, because for you to enter the kingdom of heaven, you need all of the righteousness possible. But we are people whom are weak with a weak body, and you're never going to reach the demand of all of the righteousness you need. You're going to be 20 years trying, and one day you ruin it, and now you're no longer righteous, and now you want to behave again, and the next day you fall, you feel guilty, you feel you don't please God, and you're never going to arrive. You are riding in an electric corridor in an airport, but in reverse, in an electric conveyor. You're never going to arrive. You're going to fall on your face. That's why the evangelicals are frustrated, because they walk 10 steps forward and 12 backward. 10 forward. Those are the Catholics, the evangelicals, everybody that way, because they don't know what Paul ministered to Felix the governor. When he spoke to him of righteousness, he said, Felix, in this covenant, after Christ resurrected, God sees you just like him. The same holiness without works. But how? Confessing that Jesus Christ on the cross did it all.